Every month you put money into your savings account, you feel responsible, you feel safe. You watch the number go up a little bit and you think, I am doing the right thing. Here's the problem. That safe feeling is costing you real money. Not later, right now. While you are watching this video, I am Zyra, and today I'm breaking down the real difference between saving and investing, not the textbook definition, the actual math, and the exact number where you need to switch from one to the other, because most people never switch. They save forever, and they wonder why they are still stuck at 35, still renting, still watching other people build wealth while they stay exactly where they started. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how much to keep in savings, exactly when to start investing, and the specific mistakes that keep ordinary people broke, even when they are doing everything they think is right. Quick disclaimer before we start. I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is research and general education, not personalized advice. Always talk to a professional before making investment decisions. Okay, let us get into it. Saving money is the first financial habit most of us learn. Put money in a jar, put money in a bank account, do not touch it. It feels good because it is simple, and because the number only ever goes up, it never drops. But here is what nobody tells you. Your savings account is quietly losing value every single year. It is called inflation. If your bank pays you 1 to 4% interest, but prices are going up 3 to 5% a year, your money is technically shrinking in what it can actually buy. Even though the number on the screen looks bigger, let us make this real. Say you have $10,000 sitting in a regular savings account for 10 years, earning close to nothing after fees. In 10 years, that same $10,000 might only buy what $7,500 buys today. You did not lose money on paper, you lost money in real life. Think about it in grocery terms. A cart of groceries that cost you $100 today will likely cost you closer to $130 or $140 in 10 years. If your savings are not growing faster than that, you are running on a treadmill, moving but not actually getting anywhere. This is not me telling you saving is bad. Saving is essential for one specific purpose, which I will get to. The trap is treating your savings account as your entire financial plan. It is a parking spot, not a destination. A place to keep money safe for a short period, not a place to build long-term wealth. And here's the emotional trap layered on top of the math. Because your balance never drops, it feels like progress. Your brain reads the number went up as I am winning. But winning against inflation requires growth that outpaces rising prices. And a regular savings account almost never does that on its own. Investing means putting your money into something that has a chance to grow. Stocks, index funds, real estate, a business. The key word is chance. Unlike a savings account, investing is not guaranteed. Your money can go down before it goes up. So why would anyone choose something risky over something safe? Because of one force that savings accounts can barely give you: compound growth. Here's the simplest way to understand it. If you invest $200 a month starting at age 25 in a fund that historically averages around 7 to 10% a year before fees and taxes, again, historical averages, not guarantees, by the time you are 55, you could be sitting on somewhere between $250,000 and $400,000, depending on market performance. That same $200 a month sitting in a savings account for 30 years might get you to $72,000. Same effort, same monthly amount, wildly different outcome. That gap, that is not luck. That is just math. Compound growth means your money starts making money, and then that money starts making money too. A savings account barely does this. Investing is built around it. Let me explain why this happens, because understanding the mechanism actually matters here. In year 1, your $200 a month grows a little. But in year 15, you are not just earning growth on the money you put in that year, you are earning growth on every dollar of growth from every year before it. It stacks. Slowly at first, then dramatically. This is why almost every long-term wealth chart looks flat for a while and then curves sharply upward near the end. That curve is not a coincidence. It is the entire point of investing early. This is also why so many people underestimate investing when they are young. In the first 5 years, the numbers barely look different from just saving. The real separation happens in years 10, 20, and 30, which is exactly why most people give up too early or never start at all. Let us slow down and actually look at two people side by side. I will call them Person A and Person B. Person A saves $300 a month in a regular savings account for 20 years. Assuming a low interest rate around 2%, they end up with roughly $88,000. Person B invests that same $300 a month for 20 years in a diversified index fund, averaging around 8% historically. They end up with roughly $176,000. Now, here's the part that really matters. The earlier you start, the less this is about how much you invest, and the more it is about time. If Person B had started 10 years earlier with the same $300 a month, their final number would not just be a little higher, it could be closer to $400,000 because compound growth accelerates the longer it runs. This is why so many financial creators say time in the market beats timing the market. It is not a cute quote. It is the actual mechanism behind why investing outperforms saving over long periods. Let us add one more comparison, because this is the one that surprises people most. Imagine Person C, who does not start investing until age 45, but puts in double, $600 a month, trying to catch up over 20 years. Even doubling their contribution, Person C typically ends up with less than Person B, who started earlier with half the monthly amount. That is how powerful the head start actually is. You genuinely cannot buy back lost time with extra money alone now. I want to be fair here, because context matters. Investing comes with real risk. Markets go down. 2008, 2020, 2022, there were real drops, sometimes 30% or more in a short period. If you need that money in the next 1 to 3 years, investing is genuinely dangerous because you might have to sell at a loss. This is exactly why the when question matters just as much as the what. Before we get to the framework, let me flag the 3 mistakes I see most often because avoiding these matters just as much as knowing the math. Mistake 1, waiting for the perfect moment to start investing. People wait for the market to drop or for prices to feel right or for they finally understand investing completely. That perfect moment does not arrive. Time in the market consistently matters more than trying to time it. Mistake 2, keeping too much in savings for too long. I have seen people sit on $30, $40, even $50,000 in a regular savings account for years, way past what any reasonable emergency fund requires, because moving it feels scary. That excess cash is quietly losing value every single year it sits there. Mistake 3, investing money they need soon. This is the flip side. Some people get excited about compound growth and put their emergency fund, or money they need for rent next month, into the market. Then the market dips at the wrong time, and they are forced to sell at a loss just to cover a bill. Matching your money to the right timeline is not optional. It is the entire foundation of doing this safely. Avoid these 3, and you are already ahead of most people who never get their money working properly in either direction. Here's the framework I use to decide, and it is simpler than people make it sound. Step 1, build an emergency fund first. This lives in a savings account, not investments, because you need it to be stable and accessible. Aim for 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. If your monthly costs are $2,000, that is a $6,000 to $12,000 target. This money is not for growth. It is for protection, job loss, medical emergency, car repair. It needs to be boring and safe. Step 2, once your emergency fund is full, Any money you do not need in the next 5 years becomes a candidate for investing. This is the switch point most people never make. They keep stacking cash and savings way past the point where it is protecting them, and that extra cash just sits there, losing value to inflation instead of growing. Step 3. Match your investment choice to your timeline. Money you need in 5 to 10 years, more conservative investments, money you will not touch for 15, 20, 30 plus years, like retirement. You can typically afford to take on more growth-focused investments because you have time to ride out the down years. Step 4, and people skip this one, revisit the split every year. Your life changes. A new job, a new city, a growing family, all shift how much emergency cushion you actually need and how much you can afford to invest. This is not a set it once and forget it decision. It is a yearly check-in, 5 minutes once a year. A simple way to think about it. Your savings account protects your past. Your investments build your future. You need both. Most people only ever build one. Here's how to actually put this into action this week. First, calculate your true monthly essential expenses: rent, food, utilities, transportation, minimum debt payments. Multiply that by 3 to 6 to get your emergency fund target. Second, if you are not there yet, that is your only financial priority right now. Automate a transfer into a separate savings account every payday. Even $50 a week builds momentum. Treat it like a bill you pay yourself first, before anything discretionary. Third, once that fund is full, open a brokerage or investment account. This is where you would research low-cost index funds, which are simply a way to invest in a wide basket of companies at once instead of picking individual stocks. Start with whatever amount feels sustainable, even if it is $50 or $100 a month. Consistency matters more than the starting amount. Fourth, automate that too. The people who actually build wealth are not the ones who make one big smart decision. They are the ones who make the same boring decision every single month for 10, 20, 30 years. Fifth, protect the system from yourself. Do not check your investments every day. Short-term dips will make you anxious, and anxiety leads to bad decisions like selling at the worst possible moment. Set a reminder to review your accounts quarterly, not daily. The system works because it runs automatically, without needing your emotions involved. So, saving is not wrong, and investing is not automatically right for everyone. They are two different tools for two different jobs. Saving protects you, investing grows you. The mistake is only ever using one of them. To recap quickly, build your 3 to 6 month emergency fund first in a savings account. Once that is done, automate consistent contributions into diversified investments matched to your timeline. Avoid the 3 mistakes: waiting for the perfect moment, over saving past your emergency fund, and investing money you need soon. And review the whole system once a year. If you found this useful, subscribe and join the community. Every week, we break down personal finance into simple ideas that anyone can understand. Before you go, leave a comment. Are you saving, investing, or just getting started? I'd love to know where you are on your financial journey. And yes, I read all the comments.